Hi, welcome along to MLR Daily. Man like Robbie in the building. Taking it easy today, you know what I mean? It's real hard work doing this show, you know what I mean? Only joking, listen. MLR Daily today, what I thought I'd do is talk about this whole thing with Cristiano Ronaldo. I mean, when it sort of came out last week, the story, I kind of poo-pooed it and thought to myself, this is rubbish. But it seems to be gathering pace. There's still people talking about it, and basically, let me just again go over the story. Cristiano Ronaldo is really upset because he's been hit with a £30 million tax bill. I think it's to do with his image rights. He's angry because he says that, listen, he'd already gone to the tax people, asked them what he needs to pay. They told him a certain amount. Now they've come with something else. He's angry with Spain. He's angry with Madrid. He's angry with everybody right now to do with Spain, and he's threatening to leave. There's newspapers saying that he's said to his agents, listen, put the feelers out there, find me another club, I want to go. He hasn't come out and commented about it, so that makes you think to yourself, what's going on? And now there's lots of links for him to go to Manchester United. Now, the rumour that came out today was that Man United will take him. They're willing to, this is the Mirror, and take it with a pinch of salt if you want, but they're willing to pay £175 million for him, plus David De Gea, which sounds a bit far-fetched for me. Remember, Ronaldo is in his 30s now, although he doesn't look like an aging player. If you saw the way he played in the Champions League final, he's still banging in the goals, he's still playing like a 21-year-old, but he is getting older. So, Man United fans out there, would you be excited to have him back? That's be another player that you're bringing back after the whole Pogba thing. Another player that's going to cost you a humongous amount of money. Or do you think that Man United should be sort of looking at younger players and people like that? I mean, listen, you all know I'm an Arsenal fan. If I'm being honest, if I knew that Ronaldo was going to rock up at Arsenal tomorrow, I'd be overjoyed. But sums of money are massive, and is this something that could happen? I mean, I'm going to get into some of your comments here. A lot of you guys commenting on it. A lot of Liverpool fans jumping on it, by the way, talking about Mohamed Salah, who they're on the verge of signing. Somebody there says, Chris, he says, he's a Man United fan. He says there's no longevity in having Cristiano Ronaldo, so he'd leave him out. Now, yeah, he's right. That is a truth, because it'd be a lot of money, and basically, once you spent that money on Cristiano Ronaldo, that money's going to be dead, because you're probably going to have to sign him on quite a long contract, say 3 to 5 years. And that will be his last deal until he goes to maybe China or the MLS or something like that. So you're not going to get, the money that you put into him, you're not going to get that transfer fee back. However, how many shirts would he sell? How many people would he get excited? And even more importantly than that, is he a guy who can bring you the title again and push you forward in the Champions League? He is that good, remember. Who else we've got? We've got a lot of comments here. Remember, I want to keep it about Ronaldo. Keep it sensible as well. FIFA branding here, Ronaldo at Southampton. I don't think that's quite going to happen, right? So keep it sensible. Ronak says Ronaldo for 150 million for 3 to 4 seasons. So wow, I mean, he'd be more than happy. Footy Gold says United would make loads of money from shirt sales. Now that is the thing. They would make a lot of money from shirt sales. It would be, for them as a brand, it would be absolutely brilliant. Sajjad though says Ronaldo is a waste of money because he's going to get 30. He won't get 30 or more goals, I think he's saying. I don't know, man. I think Ronaldo is, and there's this whole debate. Sorry, I'm sweating, man. It's hot out here. Directly in the sunlight. I picked the right spot, didn't I? There is this whole debate about Ronaldo, and whether he'd be able to score the goals in the Premier League. I think that's ridiculous. He scored the goals in the Premier League last time he was here. He's gone away now and he's scoring 40s and 50s every season. I think he'd do the same in the Premier League with our defences. I think he would do the same. He's a top quality player. Nathan Power said he'd like to see him at Spurs. I bet you would. No chance of that. Not with Daniel Levy and the amount of money he spends on wages. C.O. Tully says Ronaldo will win the, he's a Man United saying Ronaldo will win the league for us. So how much would you pay for a Premier League? True. It is about paying for the Premier League. Mujib says Ronaldo to Arsenal. I wouldn't mind that, but could you see that? You see them like Arsenal paying those sort of wages, probably have a heart attack. Oh dear. Who else we got here? Ronaldo to Liverpool, says Jugra. I don't think in a million years that would happen, and if he did, he'd need like an armed guard everywhere he would go in this country, trust me. A couple more here I'm going to do. United could use him as a centre forward. You bring in Ronaldo, what happens to Rashford? That's the other question. This kid that is up and coming, looking like he could be a brilliant player. What happens to Marcus Rashford if you bring in Cristiano Ronaldo? Basically, no, his career's over. Max Kavanagh says Ronaldo should go to China. And there have been rumours that China over there, clubs over there, be willing to pay him £1 million a week.
Wow.
A week. You hear that? A week.
Happy days.
Happy days, man. Trust me. Andrew says Ronaldo will probably stay at Real Madrid for one more season, then move to Man United again, and then to the Chinese Super League. Maybe Madrid don't want to get rid of him, so that could definitely happen. One Love MUFC says we can afford anything. 200 million is nothing to us, he says, and that's probably right. But bringing in Ronaldo, as I said, what happens to those younger players like Rashford? I mean, everybody at the moment is getting excited about Mbappe at Monaco and how brilliant Mbappe's been, but that's because he's been allowed to play week in, week out. Now, Marcus Rashford, I've got to admit to you, I think he's exceptional. And if he played week in, week out, who's to say that he couldn't be just like Mbappe as well? But if you bring in a guy like Ronaldo, you're not going to see him week in, week out, and that will really hold him back. Ranjiv says Ronaldo to Huddersfield. Yeah, okay. Emmanuel says Ronaldo is worth £300 million. I don't think so, not at his age. You've got to remember, once you start getting to that age, there is a big risk of injury coming in. I know this guy stayed fit for most of his career, but it does come into play that. So, Todd Collins says Ronaldo to Chelsea. I couldn't see that happening. Drogra says, with Mourinho, would Ronaldo even get in? Loads of comments coming in. I'll tell you what, it's really hard to not take a player like Cristiano Ronaldo if he's available. Like somebody said in those comments, how much is the Premier League worth? Do you buy the Premier League? Because Ronaldo can bring you the Premier League, so he's that good. But what do you guys think? I want you to leave it in the comments below. Keep letting me know. Do you think Ronaldo to Manchester United? Number one, do you think that could happen? And number one, if it did cost 100